Hi everybody, it's Jennifer. Got week 2 here of tips for creative, engaging content. This week I want to talk just a little bit about your theme, your overarching theme. I want you to think of a movie you may have been to that had a lot of great special effects, that had some really good actors, big budget film, and the movie was just awful. Often when that happens, it's because the movie doesn't have a good story, no good plot, no overarching theme, no general meaning. It relied too heavily on the special effects and the actors. Think of a book you may have read. The writing was awful. You wondered who edited it. It's full of typos, but it's a really, really, really good story. You love it. Some of the best-selling books out there have really, really, really good stories, but aren't necessarily written that well. It connects with people. Human beings like to hear good stories. What we like about good stories is we like to see the cause and effect. We like to see the central theme. Okay? So I'm saying that whenever you're making content of any kind, you need a theme, which is a nice way of saying you need a goal and you need some objectives. Didn't want to use that term right off because the term goal, the term objective sends people running for the hills. It scares them. Also, they say, I'm so creative. I cannot be constrained by this. You know, it hurts my creativity. I cannot do it. If you want people to connect with whatever you're doing, say you've committed to blog for a year about your new puppy. You've committed to a 30-point PowerPoint presentation, 30-minute PowerPoint presentation. You got to have a central theme behind it or people aren't going to connect with it. Take your creativity and take some time to say, okay, here's the theme. Here's my broadest theme I want to cover. You're going to cover your puppy from, birth to adulthood. Then right here are the 20, 30, 40, whatever things I want people to know about it. Just be creative, fire them off, stream of consciousness, nobody has to see it. If anyone's read Gary Vee's book, Crush It, he talks about if you're thinking about starting a blog, that you should write down at least 50 topics that you want to cover before you get started. He says so you make sure you know you have enough content to cover. It's also good because then you see what your theme is, you see where you're going. You can then use this content to market. You could say, if you follow my blog, you attend my teleseminar, you're going to learn X, Y, and Z. You can use it for that. Or if you never want to show it to anyone, you can use it to help with writer's block. You've committed to do something once a week and you think, I'm in week 12, I don't have any idea what to write about. You go to those themes and objectives you wrote, and there's usually going to be something to mine from there. Also, you can use it to give yourself permission to be as creative as possible. You write them out, you set them aside. I guarantee they're stuck in your subconscious somewhere. You go to write a blog, don't worry about looking at your goals and objectives. You just write creative, it's coming out, it's flowing, you write it, you're all excited, but before you post it, check it against the goals and objectives. I'm sure it will fit in somewhere, but you might have to leave a couple things out. Or maybe you forgot to cover one or two things. You can pop those back in. It's your safety net. And it's a way to make sure your readers, your viewers, your audience, no matter what you're doing, connects with you. Even if you don't tell people what the theme is, they're going to register it. They're going to pick it up. And if there isn't one there, there's a dissonance, they aren't going to connect with you at all. So it's something you have to do, but it does not have to be dry. I have goals and objectives. I've got giant sticky notes all over my room. They aren't typed out. They're not in little things, but I make sure they're there and then I'm covering everything. Okay? It's something that you just need to do, but it doesn't have to be dry, and it can really, really, really help you out. So, between now and my next vlog, I'm going to try to do these once or twice a week. I want everyone to sit down and think, if you're doing a 20-minute PowerPoint, your blog for this week, your general blog for the year, just write a general goal and just a few things you want to have covered. If you want to then just set it aside and check back with it every once in a while, that's fine, but at least take a little bit of time to do it and try to have fun while you're doing it, okay? I will see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.